Today, I'm joined by my good friend and long-time client, I will be honest, Adam Mackay. Adam, hi.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to get you to come on the podcast today because of all of the people that we've worked with over the last 5-6 years. You're one of the ones that I think has gone on the largest upward trajectory. So my initial question to you is, why did you initially start thinking about video content in 2017?
I would say Chris Watkin, meeting him at a business event. One day, while I was eating some sweets around the table, said to me, "I'm going all in on video." And he said to me, "I think you should do." And I thought, yeah. And I'd come from a marketing background, so I was trained as a graphic design and I understood marketing. I've gone to college, so I think it was a natural progression. I was an early adopter of it, obviously. I was lucky enough to meet you and Matt, and Michael works alongside me, was a lot younger. So he pushed me. Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
definitely pushed me into it, saying, "I think we should do this." And after the I was scared of it. I hated it at first. But the reason why I jumped in, I needed it to be different. In the town I was working in Hertfordshire, there's some great agents locally, and I knew I had to offer something different to be able to scale and get bigger. I'd grown in the years leading up to starting video, but I thought to go any bigger, I'm going to have to be different.
So in terms of video content and actual training, the first time we met, we were running some road shows with Chris Watkin, who's a UK property market trainer, journalist, influencer. We were running some training sessions with him before I was even self-employed, so where I was still working in Mayfair. And you came on that course with Mike, and subsequently, you've actually been on more courses for video content with us than anyone else. You took all of that training and you put it into practice, and you made 300 videos, and then you never put them on the internet.
That was at the beginning, after the first training session, yeah.
Yeah.
So
talk to me about that.
between the first training session and the second, Michael and I did go all in, with video, and after work, any spare moment at a property when we've taken on a new instruction.
Yeah.
And then that Mr. Watkin, we've mentioned his name already. I sort of let it slip to him that
You'd made 300 videos
and he said, I'm going to post it on everywhere on Facebook that you've done this, unless you post one today. So that's when I post, clicks.
So why did you make 300 videos?
I think
and not post them?
No one likes watching themselves on video. I was petrified on camera, so I knew they weren't good. But you yourself said it doesn't matter. Just get it out there. Just get it.
You've got to get
the old
done,
news after 48 hours, and you'll get better. The only way you're going to improve is
300 times.
I know, yeah. And we edited them as well.
I know, they were all done.
Yeah.
Was there a fear of judgment or a fear of what you look like, or what was that nag?
Yeah, I was completely fearful of being laughed at by my peers, by agents around the country, by local agents, my friends, my family. To fast forward 2 years from that initial course, 2018, when I walked in the swimming pool, and people were taking the mick out of me because they thought it was crazy. But what I didn't realise, it gained me about 30 instructions. That one video, that 1 year, and still gets mentioned now. So
who was it that you thought who did you think was going to judge you?
I wasn't really worried about a particular group, and I quickly realised that once I didn't give a monkeys. Chris Watkin, I think, had a chat with me, when I spoke to him about 300, and he broke it down. He said, like, it's natural to feel like this.
Yeah. It's natural to feel uncomfortable.
But, you need to do this. And 2018, a lot. Look at where videos come from now. You need it in your business. So.
And then you've taken those 300 videos, put them in the bin, right? And then you've gone on to do what I would argue is one of the best sets of estate agency marketing UK-wide. I actually put you in probably the top 20 agents in the UK.
That's very kind.
For consistent quality content. What has that done, do you think, in terms of a financial implication for your business? How do you think? You don't have to talk actual real numbers.
No.
But but what do you think it's given you in terms of growth?
Our average fee's up double. So it's
it's
enabled us that we're doing the same service. I'm speaking the same language. I'm talking to the same clients, but because we've got a range of different marketing services, including videos being one of them, but the different types of it. It's not just plenty of agents doing videos. Well, I'm still miles away where I want to be. There's we're working as a team to get more consistent. Our YouTube's had a big spike recently, or something which we're really focusing on, and using our videos. We spoke about that this morning, to the masses more, and repurposing the
Yeah,
videos
pillar content,
and
taking a large bit, stripping it out, using it bits and
using it on email form, like advice videos, nurture campaigns. So whereas previously it was just the property videos and community videos was a big thing that we did. That back when I think it was 2018, yourself and Matt did the Love
yeah, Love
Saltwater.
Silversworth, yeah, 2018, yeah.
That got us known in the town, much more than any other marketing I've done before.
And then you've gone from not wanting to put video on because of a fear of it, of being judged,
I'm addicted to it
to
now.
now making it all the time.
And
And then
poor Todd in the office, I'm like,
yeah,
he's not
poor Todd,
posted.
yeah.
He's not posted it. Yeah.
And then you've won a national award,
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, I think.
one of the Guild's award for social media, right?
Yeah.
As a result,
Yeah.
going from being terrified of posting one video to winning a national award for making so much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite an incredible turnaround, right?
Yeah, when you look at it like that, I don't often think of it like that, but yeah.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
You should think of it like that. You've gone from being terrified of like putting one video on the internet and what people might say to winning a national award
And to be
from the
honest,
Guild of Property Professionals.
we struggled with the consistency of the video for some time until lockdown came, and then I formulated a plan with the team and we've stuck to it. And it's made us really. Yeah, and I think the Guild helped with their brand ambassador. That helps as well because it gave us a focus. But what I'm doing in the business now, because I know I've got the video marketing. I'm lucky to have Todd, who works in the media as a media agent in the team. Michael, Dan, Chloe, Tracy, they all understand that video is important. The whole team.
You've said the team are bought in. Now, I speak to agents a lot of the time in the property industry. We don't just do properties, but you are miles in front. Yeah, you're on day 1,000. They're on day 1. Yeah. They say to me a lot of the time, oh, it's really difficult to get my team bought in. It's hard to get my team to be motivated to do video content. Have you found that difficult, and how have you combated that?
I think you've got to lead from the front. I think in other areas of the business as well, for people to be inspired, I think they need to see the leader doing the doing. So I think I was petrified. I explain it to people. I give them the training, all your YouTubes, and I say, look, don't be perfect. You're gonna improve. And like Dan, who started working with me last June, someone said to me the other day, another agent, how have you got him so good so quick? And I think it's a number of things really, but they've got to understand the why.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just like we do a video, that's it.
Yes.
Because we should do, because everyone else is doing it. But that's not going to get people. But this is going to help your career. This is going to it's going to help you get a personal brand and people to know you before you even got there.
That's right.
And now Dan's going out on value home consultations, we call them, and people, I've seen that video you've done.
That's one of the biggest things, one of the biggest drivers for me. The video content allows your existing and potential clients into your world and allows them to meet you. People in Sawbridgeworth will know who you are from seeing loads of your video content who've never met you. And when they list their house and you walk up their garden path, they'll go, oh, hi, Adam. And not, oh, I wonder which agent that is.
And different businesses, different type of personalities, everyone's different, aren't they? Have got a different target audience as well. And I think when I look back, the video content and me showing a bit more personality on camera and my teams, we're attracting the right sort of client now. Because if someone's buying into that, they're looking for that type of agent, that type of person. And I think we're not getting the not ideal clients coming to us as much, which is great.
You mentioned Mike quite a lot. So Mike basically has been with you for a number of years, and when I met you first, it was with Michael. He's been a huge driver in your business for your video content, right? And he was one of the main advocates. When we first met, he was the one pushing you to do it.
Yeah, and I probably thought, oh, Mike's better than I am.
Yeah,
you could just do it, Mike. And he wasn't a valuing agent; he was working more of a negotiator type role,
doing all the housing tours and whatever.
Yeah, so he's taking clips of houses and stuff like that. But and he was scared as well. Even though he'd done.
He was a young man when I met him first.
Yeah, he was only
20.
Well, 17, 18 when he first started working for me, and that's probably when he was about 18, 19 when he first met. He he'd done drama at school, and he'd become excellent.
He was excellent. Yeah, and then
still is. He
but then obviously Mike. Some people will know, and a lot of people who who know you. Mike had an accident
on holiday last year. It was near fatal. Luckily, it's been a miracle, that he's still with us, and he's now back at work doing some bits.
Mm.
And it, on a good day, great. He came to a property where we'd done a coming soon video before the house was built. We went back there last week and seeing the difference. Like we tried to do video at the start of this year. He'll be back. He'll be
What's
back. He's on a journey. Yeah.
what's brilliant about that is Mike was such a mainstay in your business, and the fact that he's been able to kind of come through this, come back the other side, and then actually now come back into your business. Because I mean,
It's taught us a lot.
it's taught you a lot. But
Yeah.
I think from a lot of people's perspectives, they will have seen you all of a sudden be successful with video, and it's a bit like that drawing of the iceberg. And in fact, Mark Burgess at Iceberg Digital has
Yeah.
the iceberg, I think.
Yeah.
And you've got that tiny little bit that's poking out the top that is the successful part, and then all of that stuff underneath, which is all of the work that's gone into make that
Yeah,
success.
and it's the doing a full day shoot and then realizing that the mics weren't on properly and all the audio's rubbish and you've wasted a day and you go home angry. You got to go back and tell the owner the audio didn't work. We did all that. I remember. Do you remember the video I did with my little girl?
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
listings.
little listings.
Yeah,
That was my idea.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Let's share that one.
Just for the record, that was my idea.
Yeah. Michael and I
That did really well.
Took my little daughter out, but we filmed about 6 different homes in a day, and the audio didn't work. So Mike's have improved a lot since then, haven't they? But we got wires and bits of bobs. Now we've got the wireless Go.
Wireless ones, the Rode Video Mic Goes. Actually, if anyone is actually going to use the Rode Wireless Goes, they're fantastic, aren't they? Just a little clip on mics. So what would your advice be then? So you and I sit almost from a position of comfort, kind of proven that video and agency works. We're 6-7 years down the line. What would your advice be to an agent who's either brand new, a brand new agent setting up today, and they've never marketed their business before, or an agent that's been working traditionally in the market for 10, 15, 20 years, that's now thinking, oh, maybe this video thing's got some merit. How would you encourage them to start?
Definitely training. You've got to know what content is good, what content is bad, angles, rule of third, the basics. And hire a professional if you don't want to do it yourself. Some people haven't got that flair, haven't got the can't get the right shots. So seek professional advice. I'd definitely recommend that, and then make a plan. And understand what your goal is. You're not going to post a video and get 10 listings tomorrow. But it's about that consistency and getting your personal brand out there, and then how are we going to get this video working into the bottom line? There's plenty of ways you can do it.
Posting your first video and starting to adopt that as a part of your marketing strategy, where do you think the payoff came? How long do you think it took?
Isn't it interesting that it's when we're consistent? When we started getting really consistent, because we had little bursts of like producing lovely cinematic, great property tour, and then we wouldn't do anything for 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Then we'd always talk about it in the office, and then we just made it a pact between us that we're always going to produce content. We're still tweaking the plan all the time. We want to do some more bits like this, more advice videos. We filmed a lot of those recently for all the email nurtures and things like that. But it's when you're consistent, that's when the wins start coming. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when. But it's when that first person said to me in Tesco's or the co-op, hi, and then I'm like looking at them, I've never met them before, and I've been watching the videos. And lockdown was useful for the community stuff. We did a computer for kids campaign,
I saw that,
and we did community content. Didn't talk about property at all during lockdown, and that helped us get known in the community. Which when we could start out, getting out there again, it helped.
I find it incredible that some agents even now are just putting photos on Rightmove and that's it.
I looked in my region the other day and homes above 500. 70% didn't have videos.
70%. But of the people making video content, why I said to you at the top of this, why I put you in the top 20 agents in the country, is because I reckon less than 1% of agents nationally are making video, maybe. And if that stat is bigger than 1%, only a fraction of that percentage is making anything that isn't housing tour. No one is making interview, podcast. There's a few. There's a few starting to advice, support. There's a load of people. There are a load of people who are.
You're socialising like myself and following those agents.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing the likes of Ian Story, Michelle
Of course you
Gallagher,
are. Those guys,
and
and they're
I'm
brilliant. Vaughan Schofield, who's got a Belvoir franchise in Wrexham, came on the podcast. He said for every single pound spent on video, he's made 4 back.
yeah,
I mean,
that's great.
do you know what I mean? If someone said that to you, said, "Give me 10 grand and I'll give you 40 back," you'd be like, "Yes, please."
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I find it staggering.
I've got a full-time
Camera guy.
camera guy in the
Yeah.
office now.
Yeah.
So
Of course you have.
7 years ago, I wouldn't have,
Of course you
even
wouldn't.
thought about it.
So
But
do you?
we
So
actually talk about what step do we get in the second person?
yeah. But what do you think of this statement that every estate and letting agent should think of themselves as a media company who also sells houses?
And I think there's a lot of agents that do. I just think we're going for a bit of change in times in agency. I think the standard of estate agency as a broad. Luckily, there's a lot of great ones, but I think that's going to change over the next 5 to 10 years, and it's going to be only good for the consumer, for the buyers and the sellers moving
Do you
home.
think it will? Do you think the market will thin
Yes, yeah.
in terms of the number of agents?
Yeah, I think yeah. I think it's already thinning. Yeah, and it's the ones which are sitting back not doing the doing are gonna, I think, will struggle in the long term. And yeah, there's lots of other aspects to selling homes, but video is definitely not going away. It's there. It's video updates. We do video updates to our clients where we are. Most of our clients are in London Monday to Friday. So it helps to have that connection and send it. Obviously the phone helps as well, but just seeing the face and showing them what's on your screen. And like today, when we first arrived here, I sent a client an update on their Facebook ad. All our properties have got ads running the whole time, and sent them a quick snip that you've had 1,200 views in 2 days over the weekend. It went live on Friday, and 1,200 views. From those 1,200 views, we had 400 clicks to their property page. If we just put a photo, we wouldn't have had that.
No.
All our ads are videos.
Mate, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you coming on, and I continue success.
Yeah, lovely.
Cheers, mate.